So tonight we're going to try and get as much done as we can. Tomorrow morning I actually have an alignment for the FRS, but I have a few adjustments I have to make to the car before we take it to the alignment. A little bit smaller spacer because in the rear I actually poke out a little bit too much for my liking and I want to lower the rear more. So that smaller spacer is going to give us more clearance so I can lower the car a little bit more in the rear. I also want to put in my new front lip that I got as a replacement because as most of you guys know, I did break off my lip. And also we got tire lettering for the new tires. So tonight is pretty much just like a touch-up night. I have quite a bit of things that I want to get done before tomorrow because tomorrow will be a whole separate video for you guys. I have another thing I'm going to put on the car. So there's quite a bit of things that I've yet to install, which I'm super excited for. I've just been super busy to put these parts on with work, so that's why these parts have just been like laying around. So we're gonna get all this stuff done, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This is the new 15mm spacer. This is actually a 20 right here, which is way too wide for my wheels right here. Just makes it poke out way too much, so this is why I went ahead and got a 15mm. Those 5mm will definitely make a difference with wheel fitment. Just make it sit way more flush with the fenders, so I can lower it more without dealing with like any rubbing issues or anything. Since these are thinner than these ones, I'm probably going to run into an issue with my studs hitting the back of the wheel, so I might have to shave these down just a little bit more so they don't hit the wheel. I've had this little thing for so long. This little rethreading tool, I'm not sure if it's called a tap or a die. I'm not too sure, to be honest, but this thing literally works so good. When I got this car like years ago, I had a stripped stud and I was about to buy new studs, but I learned more about these. It made my stud pretty much brand new, so I didn't have to replace it. So before you end up replacing your studs because it's stripped or something, try this out. It'll literally work. My stud was so bad and it still managed to like make it perfect. So like for example, I'm going through all the threads right now because I just hit them with the angle grinder, so they're kind of all messed up. So this one right here just does not want to spin at all. Like it literally is stuck. So I'm gonna screw this thing on. It's shaped like a socket, so you can use like a huge socket to thread it on. We threaded this onto the stud and it literally just rethreads it because it has like teeth in this little tool that'll literally just cut these threads to make it perfect. So satisfying because it makes it so perfect. You can see all like the metal shapings that are in here. Boom. There you go. We can try the lug nut. Look it, threads on perfect. Wheel studs are not the cheapest thing ever, so before you go ahead and buy those, I can almost guarantee you that you could probably fix your stud with this little thing. I think I got it on Amazon or something like that. It was super cheap. I want to say around like $10 to $15. Much more convenient than swapping out a wheel stud. Shaving the studs came out perfect. It is literally like flush up against the spacer. Heck yeah, it looks so good. So I did already lower the coilovers, so we're pretty much good to go with putting the wheel on. Adjusting coilovers, in my opinion, is pretty annoying. There's literally so much testing. You have to take the wheel off, adjust it, and if it's not the correct height that you want it, you have to take it back off, adjust the coilovers again, so it's literally just like a non-stop process if you don't get it right the first time. But hopefully this first try right here of adjusting sits perfect the way I want it, so let's go ahead and throw this wheel on and see what it looks like. Looking pretty good. This is like pretty much the right amount of poke that I like. Yo, so it's been like a few hours since I last picked up the camera. Filled up on some In-N-Out. I was super hungry, haven't ate all day. Came out pretty good for a first try adjustment. I feel like this height is good right here. I just like it to where it sits a little bit under the top. I'm not a fan of it being like completely flush with the fender. Just like a little bit of poke right here, as you guys can see. I just think it looks so nice with a little bit of the tire poking. For the exciting part, we're gonna move on to the tire lettering right now. I always order my tire letters off of the same website, tirestickers.com. They literally hook you up with like gloves and stuff, which is pretty cool. I went with Federal. I usually always go with the tire brand. Just to make it simple. So I'll have 2 words on each wheel. I think it looks way better with it on the top and bottom. It just looks so cool when it's rolling. It's literally just like arts and crafts, just putting glue on this and sticking it down. Yo, that looks so freaking sick. That's literally just the top as well. But there's different sizings you can actually choose from. I believe the lowest is like 0.75. Then it goes to like 1 inch and then 1 1/4 inch. I got the 1 1/4 inch, so 1.25. I just like the bigger sizing. I'm not a fan of like the small tire lettering. I definitely need a wash, but aside from that, I'm gonna get started on the back, and then what I'm gonna do is jack up the car, take the e-brake off, and then spin the tire around so I can work on this bottom half.
A few moments later.
It looks so good with the top and bottom lettering on, especially with the white wheels and the black paint for the contrast. Oh my gosh. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. The big reason why I choose the bigger font, the lettering is so wide and tall, it just fills up like the whole sidewall. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh. Literally looks like a race car. Yeah guys, so I'm in my friend's car getting these cinematic shots for you guys of my car with the new lettering on. This is so different than my car. This is like a short shifter, quick release steering wheel. I'm literally in like a full harness right now in a bucket seat. This is so sick. Like, it's something completely different that I'm not used to driving in. It makes me want a bucket seat so bad. It's like so comfortable. I'm about to see my car rolling for the first time pretty much with these wheels. Like this whole setup with my wheels, the tire lettering. I'm excited. Seeing your car rolling just makes you fall in love all over again. Second gear.